Good morning. Good morning. Look who we have here. We have our special guest, the Divine Feminine. Hey, what's going on? Hey guys, hey guys. I know it has been a minute. It has been a minute. I have been traveling. It looks like I was gone, but truthfully, no, I was just spending some time overseas, just doing my thing, and I'm glad you all missed me. Actually, I did miss you, and I feel like our broadcast was asking about you. They put you in. They were speaking your name, and they were like, "We haven't seen the Divine Feminine in quite some time." So they had some questions that they had for you. For one, like, tell us where you went. Like, tell us where you went. Um, well, yeah, I actually went to. Well, I just traveled through Africa. Actually, I went to Morocco first, so I landed in Marrakesh. Beautiful place, the most beautiful culture that I've ever experienced. Wonderful people, very welcoming, extremely hospitable. Then I took some time, traveled to Tangiers. Wow, wow, wow. And I read about that place through The Alchemist. Of course, you should definitely read that book by Paulo Coelho. I don't think I'm saying his name correctly, but he's a Brazilian writer. And yeah, the Tangiers was great. I ended up taking a flight to Egypt. So it was just a Northern Africa trip. The next time that I go back, I'll spend time in West Africa. Then I might go from West Africa, see the coastline, the beautiful cultures there from Senegal, the beautiful culture in Ghana, the beautiful culture in Cameroon. I have to improve my French. And things of that nature, maybe Uganda as well. And then, of course, I have to see South Africa. I have to see what's going down in Cape Town and Joburg and Durban, these wonderful places. So thank you guys and girls for reaching out to me and for sending me your energy because yeah, I know a lot of women are apprehensive, they're reluctant to travel abroad, one, by themselves, two, just to get out of their comfort zone, and three, because it is not as common, it is not really promoted here in the Western Hemisphere. A lot of us have been told that we should be quiet, we should be docile, we should stay where we are, and we shouldn't expand our spectrum of consciousness and get uncomfortable and do those things that everybody wants to do, talks about doing, but they're not purchasing that flight, they're not doing their research, they're not getting that passport, they're not hopping on the motherfucking plane. All right, so yeah. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for giving us that information, and I'm glad that you could like give us that insight. I don't think I've told you that my non for profit political connections is starting to take off, and you didn't know that you're my first. You mean you and the Divine Masculine and your whole crew. You guys have been my first interview, so I'm going to be promoting this more. And just with political connections, it's not simply about what you know and who you know, because of course that is a true political connection. Who you know is somebody important who can take you to where you need to be. But I think it's a synthesis of both. It's the synchronicity of both in cultivating what you know, enhancing what you know, and taking the understanding of life is about relationships and building more relationships so you can get to meet more people. So there might be people who want to reach out to you, homegirl. You've been over there in Northern Africa. I haven't been to Tangiers. I haven't been to Morocco. I haven't been to Marrakesh. I still need to go to Fez. I still need to go to Casablanca. And, I would like to learn Arabic. I would like to get my yoga going on out there. I would like to eat the food. Oh my gosh, the food is so good. So yeah, so on and so forth. There are questions for us, right? We know this is Angels in Politics, the broadcast whereby you are the news. Gabe, I love the fact that you say that you are the news, and I like the fact that you promote the Divine Feminine, because there's so many motherfuckers who are, lacking the confidence, lacking the self-esteem to do what you're doing. But I'm glad. And girls, do you like my dress? I know that it's a bit bright, but it does showcase my eyes, and I do like to be feminine. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Here in the Western Hemisphere, a lot of girls are struggling with their own personal confidence, their self esteem, their body image, and I try to utilize this this platform to promote their intelligence, promote their intuitiveness, promote their competence and their levels of industriousness through synthesizing their smarts, their intelligence, their wittiness, their cleverness, and get comfortable with themselves. And if you understand that you must cultivate, you must invest, you must develop, and every day is a day that you should not leave unfulfilled, I would say, so okay, so boom, I have a question, and it was posed a while ago, and I feel like you're a great person that I can speak to about it. So I would like to know, as a divine feminine, or just for you in general, what are the qualities that you look for in a girlfriend, or like a best friend, a gal pal, a girl that you can hang out with? Because let's say this, boom, you want to go out to East Africa, you want to travel to Eritrea, you want to travel to Kenya, and not just Nairobi. Nairobi is beautiful, but you want to go everywhere. You want to go to the countryside, the rural side, the beautiful landscapes. Let's say you want to go to Rwanda and go to that capital city, Kigali, because it's one of the cleanest cities of the world, next to Singapore, or even above Singapore. You want to go there, but next time you might want to bring a few of your homegirls, all right? So what kind of qualities, what traits stand out to you when you are looking for a female friend, best friend, somebody who you can kick it with? Wow, that's a good question. Okay, so I'll be honest with you, because as you can see, I am pretty candid. I am pretty straightforward. So I'll give it to you in the best way I know how to. A lot of girls will not admit to this. Many women won't admit to it, but no girl wants to be seen as the ugly one in the group. Okay, like, they won't tell you this. I know it's a little bit uncomfortable, but no girl wants to be seen as the ugly girl. We don't have to be like the most like attractive. We don't have to be like the most fit. We don't have to be like the archetypal quintessential superhero girl that like it drops down with a motherfucking cape, and we gain all the attention and we make all the heads turn, and it's just like the 1984 or 5 song by Climax, the men all paused when I walk up in this motherfucking room. Like, we get it, but like, we don't need to be that. But on the other end of the spectrum, since we're talking about spectrums of consciousness, not too many women will say this, but truthfully, no girl wants to be the ugly friend. No girl wants to be the ugly duckling. No girl wants to be like, wow, look at all of you girls, but what's up with her? Right? So it's like, believe it or not, this is the truth. We as women are very, very particular about who we associate ourselves with. We may have colleagues, we may have acquaintances, we may have peers at the workplace or at the job or in, various environments, various ecosystems. But the girls that we spend our time with, the girls that we walk around with, talk with, hang out with, these are the girls who honestly look a lot like us. We find girls who have similar looks, similar aesthetics. There needs to be somewhat of a continuity with a group of girls, because each of us understand that as women, we are directly, specifically judged based on our appearances. Like, we can be a PhD, we could have our doctorate degree, we could have our medical degree, we can have our JD and be lawyers who passed the bar, we can be partners in our own law firm, we can be CEOs, scientists, and engineers. And girls, you can do all of those things, and I want to promote that. And I also want to promote, if you don't want to be any of those white collar prestigious jobs, you can be whatever you want to be. And still be of equal value or even higher value, and understand that, like, it's not all about these jobs and the money that you make. It's about who you are. But unfortunately, ladies, we are judged by the way we look. No matter how we slice it, no matter where we slice it, no matter how much I promote this and how much, you have this femininity cheerleader behind you. Yes, ladies, your looks, the way you look, is going to be directly linked to how you are perceived. And, it is unfortunate, because girls, we have seen guys become, you know, the quintessential gentleman that you see in the movies. We have seen guys become the archetypal gentleman and chivalrous, Prince Charming that we've read in the books, that we saw in the Disney Channel movies, that we saw in the Disney movies, that we read in the magazines, that we saw in the Hollywood films. We understand that guys have the capacity to be this way, but only for the archetype that they desire, only for the specific archetype that they see, only for that specific archetype that they dreamed of, that they really knew that was out of their league. Okay? So when girls are walking around and we are with that one friend who gains all the attention, when we are with that one friend who all the guys like, every girl has that friend. Okay, every girl has a friend, and her name is going to be different in any group that you go to. Her name is going to be different in any series or any environment, but every girl will admit that they have a friend that she's sweet, she's lovely, she's passionate, she's caring, but deep down, we kind of don't like her. Deep down, we will not invite her out. Deep down, we kind of don't fuck with her. Not because she's a bad person, not because she's a malicious person, not because there's animosity there. It's just simply because we know what's going to happen. We know that once we invite Kim out, then all of the guys are going to be asking us about Kim. Once we invite Claire out or Karina out, all the guys are going to be buzzing around, floating around, giving Claire and Karina all the attention. We know for a fact that once we bring out Sophia is confident. Sophia is outgoing. Sophia is gregarious. Sophia is her archetype is an NEF, P. She's extroverted. She's intuitive. She's a feeling perceiving person, but she's fucking hot. She's fucking hot. She loves, wearing her feminine clothing. She loves the fact that she's confident and she shows off her stomach. She wears the tight leather pants. She's confident in who she is. And we don't like girls like that. Why? Because she will fuck, my friends. She will go to that cookout, or she will go to that restaurant, or she will go to that bar, or she will go to that party, and she will gain the most attention. And all of the guys who are, the well-to-do guys, or the handsome guys, or the fit guys, or the owners, or the businessmen, they all will go to Sophia, and Sophia 9 times out of 10 will pick the one she wants, and she will take that motherfucker home. We deep down respect, the ideology of liberation and feminism and progressiveness and progressivisms and conservatism and all the type of isms that make us feel good because we're educated and we went to college and we might be social justice women and we might be intuitive and we might be feminine and all these types of things. But deep down, we have insecurities, ladies. We have a lot of insecurities. We have a lot of fears. We don't like our body image. So being around the girl who has the flat stomach, being around the girls who goes to the gym and goes to her HIIT classes and goes to the Pilates classes and goes to the spin classes and doesn't eat burgers and doesn't eat French fries and doesn't eat fast food, and she wakes up in the morning and meal preps and eats the avocado without adding anything on it because she's just, well, like how you do anything is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. And some girls are just always on top of it. Some girls, you look at their clothes and there's never a thread out of place. There's some girls who put on their makeup perfectly, and we aren't those kind of girls sometimes, right? And we don't like being around those kind of girls sometimes. And once we are around those kind of girls, sometimes we feel inferior. And we don't like that. Okay, so to answer your question, some girls do work hard and are in the gym and are competent and are intelligent and are articulate, and they have their own businesses and they have their own money and they have their own car, they have their own wealth, simply because they just care about it more than we do. They care about it more than we do. Some girls simply go and don't eat the fatty foods, not because they're super health conscious, it's because they're vain. And that's not a bad thing. We all are vain. We just don't go to the gym and run 3 miles a day. That's all. We all are vain. We just still go to Starbucks and order the fucking frappe with the extra pumps of sugar and the extra drizzle and the extra cupcake because it's like, damn, it's not that serious to us. But these girls, these girls go running on the cruise ship. They're on vacation and they're still exercising. These girls, they could eat the pizza, they could eat the burger, they could eat the steak, they could eat the French fries, but they just don't. Maybe out of personal vanity, maybe because they have a system of synthesis, but at the same time, it makes us feel bad. They show us up. We don't like girls like that. So that is our answer. That's my answer. Truthfully, girls pick girls who have behaviors, who conduct themselves kind of like them, who have features like them, who have looks like them, who have the mindset like them. And if that is a good thing, if these girls are smart and competent and intelligent, intuitive and industrious, then that means we will promote that, and they will promote us, and they will make us get better. And if the girl is, and if our friends are health conscious, are wealth conscious, are into mental wellness and their mental acuity, and we have friends who are trying to invest in themselves and develop themselves, then that's how we will be. But unfortunately, a lot of us don't have friends like that, and that's intentional. We don't want to have a girl to show us up. We don't want to have a girl to be that mirror, that reflection that says, "Damn, she's always getting better. Damn, she's always improving. Damn, she's always like this, and we're not like this." So yeah, like we need to kind of fit in with people who are like us because it makes us feel good about ourselves. And that's my answer. Wow. Thank you so much for your candidness. Thank you so much for your truthfulness. Thank you so much for your transparency. Unfortunately, this is all the time that we have right now. Guys, say bye to the divine feminine because she is dropping jewels. She is, actually being very brave by telling you that, because a lot of girls won't tell you this. A lot of girls won't let you know. The reason why you won't see a group of girls who there's gonna be one hot brown skinned girl from East Africa. There's gonna be one hot girl who's black from New York City. There's gonna be that one Asian girl who lives in New York City, but she's from Korean parents. She has Korean descent, mixed with that one girl who lives in New York City, but she's of Jewish descent. And then there's that one girl who's a white girl, but she's also well fit too, and she goes to the gym. You won't see all three of them. You won't see all 4 or 5 of them together. Not because they don't have similarities, not because they don't face the same challenges as women, but you kind of won't see them together just because of the simple fact that, hey, that might be a little too diverse, man. Maybe if we all walk around, we might be looking like the hot girl United Nations out here, and we don't kind of want to see how we might be perceived differently, because each girl likes attention, whether we want to admit to it or not. All girls like the attention, and if we have to share the attention with girls who don't have the same features, who have a different aesthetic, who have a different eye shape, who have a different body type, who have a different skin color, who have a different hair color, who have a different hair texture, who have different lips, who are more feminine based on their dress, who do different things with their makeup. These types of things resonate with us. These types of things affect us. These types of things bother us. These types of things makes us insecure. So we need to work on that. Thank you, Divine Feminine, for being so truthful, for being so transparent. And hopefully there are some young ladies who will comment on this, who might want to give some advice and might want to motivate other women as well. Thank you. God bless. God bless.